Okay, fire away.
Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. You're no stranger to losing players to injury this year, but now being without DeMarvion, and if you could also after that just talk a little bit about Liufau and what you see his role being and how he felt on last night.
Yeah, well, Demo really, I think he's had an outstanding year. He's basically was a rookie coming in, and he's had a big impact on what we've done defensively. We've had some other packages that we kind of nixed because we didn't want to take him out of the game. So, it's a big loss. He's a great kid. Always got a smile on his face. He's very, very upbeat. So everyone feels sorry for him, understanding what he went through a year ago to get back to this point and what kind of person he is. So, and as far as Liufau, he's been good all year long. He'll obviously he's going to get some more playing time now, but he's done a really good job understanding. We're playing him in a couple different spots, understanding what calls to make and checks and do all those things. He does those pretty good.
Clarence Hill, City Dallas. Back to Demo. You got any players that he reminds you of that came in and his first year had that type of impact?
They're different positions, but kind of got like Darren Woodson. Just the impact of different things he can do and the speed that he has and the physicality. I would say he would probably be as close as any that I can think of off the top of my head.
You had most of your cornerbacks out there for the first time all season. Can you just talk about how they played and what you thought?
Yeah, there was some good and some bad. Still got to continue to get better in all those areas.
Mike Todd with ESPN. How difficult is it coming off a Monday night game to get ready for another opponent in a short week? And what have you made of Bryce Young's improvement since he's been back in?
This isn't the first time we've had to do it, so it's always difficult on a short week, but Coach McCarthy's got a good system and plan that we go through, and as far as a quarterback, he's really done a nice job since he's come back. Moves well in the pocket, gets the ball out quick. He's got good scrambling ability. So, it'll be a good test for us.
Coach Thielen for a while. What did you like about working with him all the years, and what have you seen of him and what he has left?
He's the same guy that I knew, a few years ago. Very, very competitive, runs routes, catches the ball well, blocks, does dirty work. He just loves to play football, and he's a great competitor. I've always told him that.
John Machado with The Athletic. 2 minutes left to go in the game. You guys hold that offense to 20 points. What was your evaluation of just how the defense played against that offense yesterday?
I think for the most part we did some good things. We tried to pressure Burrow. He's uncanny in the pocket as far as avoiding rushers and things like that. But there were some things we could have done better. But our guys played really hard and they fought like crazy.
And then what's kind of your message to those guys? You guys are at 5-8 now, but 4 games remaining. Like, what you're wanting to see from them going forward?
Yeah, just continue to keep improving, keep getting better. When I look at it, it's starting to look a little bit more like what I expected at the beginning of the year. So we'll just keep plugging away and fighting.
Sadis at The Athletic. Mike, obviously with the way the punt ended, the ending has gotten a lot of the attention, but Nick Vigil, guy that you knew, for him to get through, have the block and everything, I know he's been dealing with some injury stuff as well. How have you seen him? I know obviously more special teams, but how have you seen this?
Yeah, Nick's a really good person, very smart. He doesn't get a lot of reps during the week because he's been injured, but he's a solid professional. he's always ready if somebody gets hurt or we need to do anything with him. Obviously it was a big play in the ball game.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Mike seemed to be really emotional about what happened last night. How do you kind of get your group together to say, we got a game in less than a week to get ready?
That's what we do. I mean, that's what we do. We, you get a 24-hour rule and then you get back to work. So that's what we'll do, and we'll be all right.
Is it easier said than done in a sense? Because it seems like Michael was almost crying in the locker room about Overshown and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I think everybody was. It was an emotional loss, and the guys fought their rear ends off, and so, there's a lot of emotions going on right after the game. So, it's like when the coaches come in this morning, it's the same thing, where everybody's like that, and then you got to get back to work and focus on what you got to focus on.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. Eric Hendricks, he's had at least 8 tackles in every game this season, double-digit tackles, I think, in 3 straight games. Just how much of a blessing has he been in that second level for you guys?
Yeah, really good. He kind of runs the show out there, makes the checks, gets the guys lined up, does the different things that you need to do with the middle linebacker. But having him has been really well. I think he's had a good year, and I think the one game that he missed, we didn't play very well because we had trouble lining up and getting in the right places. So, so he's done a nice job in all areas.
This Pacers offensive line and running game behind Chuba Hubbard really started to put it together over the last few weeks. What's your evaluation of that?
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job. They've only given up 22 sacks this year. The run game, they get on people. I think he's a really good back that seems to fall forward all the time, so he gets extra yards, bounces to the corner well, and reads it and makes good cutback lanes.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Micah Parsons played a little bit more at inside linebacker as a rookie, hasn't as much the last few years. How much consideration do you give in getting him some snaps back there with the injuries in the second level?
Yeah, we will. That's what I was talking about earlier. We were playing Mike at linebacker or something, but when you got 2 linebackers out there and one of them's Kendricks and one of them's Overshown, that's not what we wanted to do. So, so we'll see how it goes further.
Mike, Josh Tolentino, Lone Star Live. Just following up on Marist, you noted that he makes the right checks, the right calls. Eric Kendricks said the same thing about him last night. That doesn't seem typical for a rookie who's going to have opportunity right now. What do you notice about his preparation or during your time together?
Yeah, he's been great. He loves to play football. He studies like crazy. We talked to him. He actually went in at a little different position last night, and we're talking on the phones. And, is he going to be okay in this call and that call? He said, yeah, he's got it. Don't worry about it. So, for a rookie, he's been exceptional.
Mike, back on Kendricks for a second. Has he always been, when you first were around him, was he always the same kind of guy, or has he, the learning the game and understanding the game and experiencing the game made him understand things that he didn't know early in his career?
Well, I think he's always been instinctive, but when he was a rookie, he was, everything, was kind of shaking him up like some rookies are. But he settled down. I think when Barr was with him at the same time, those guys were able to communicate really well. And then, actually, when Barr was done, then he kind of took over that role. His rookie, I can't remember. One of the years he did not want to wear the green dot, and but he does it now fine and has no issues with it.
Why did he not want to wear it?
He just didn't want all that responsibility of making all the calls and checks and doing all those things, and he's come a long way in that way. But he understands football really well. Understands what teams are trying to do and pass route combinations and things like that.
Anything else? Yep.
Jasmine, Dallas Cowboys media. There was a lot of excitement about having Jordan Lewis and Deron Blaine and Trayvon Diggs all in the field at the same time. Would you say that those three benefit each other in a synergistic way? And can you talk about just how different the game planning is and how different the defense is with those three on the field together?
Yeah, well, I didn't really know they were all going to play until, about 90 minutes before the game. But so we had to we changed some adjustments there. But yeah, it's nice having them all out there. It'll be good to get them some work in practice so that we can, they can all get some time together because they haven't had much practice together yet. So we look forward to getting better with it.
Got it. I got one more.
Go ahead.
How hard is it? You talked about Liufau playing. He's missed. He wasn't hurt, but he sat a little bit. Now he had a chance to watch, and now he's playing. How much does it help young guys to sit and watch, and then before they can get out there and play?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we've been playing a lot more sub defense, lately, but we've never been afraid to put Marist in the ball game as far as the things he can do, and I think you saw him go in there last night and get a sack, and so I don't really know the answer to that. I would probably say, we'd love to have him playing more, and I'm sure he would love to be playing more.
You mentioned you didn't know until 90 minutes before the game, but Diggs played a lot of snaps last night. Was that even more than you envisioned he would play, and how it just unfolded that way? Or?
Just kind of unfolded that way. Yep.
Thank you.